flow of the river inspires us towards mobility, even in later life, when we tend to waver. And this poem is entitled, therefore, Wavering Image. Whenever I go across Feel River, on its bridge with stoneworked piers, like dank odour of brine from the Cashin, comes the thought of other years. And I think how many thousands of careworn women and men, each bearing a burden of sorrow, have crossed this bridge since then. I see long Listowel procession still passing to and fro, the young heart hot and restless, and the old subdued and slow. And forever, as long as this river flows, as long as the heart has passion, as long as life has woes, the moon and its broken reflection and its shadows shall appear as the symbol of love in heaven and its wavering image here. In the making of our Styx Yoga documentary film, we are having a late summer 2014 interlude by the beautiful River Feel, which runs from Mullaghroke in County Cork to the Cashin Sands. And here in Listowel, it's along the river, and it is a beautiful setting for our Styx Yoga performance.
Paddy Kane.
Paddy Kane, John Malachy Raftery.
John, I think I recognise you, do I? Did you ever visit the Lartigue monorail?
Oh yes, we visited the Lartigue monorail just approximately 3 years ago. We were guided by Tim Griffin. May he rest in peace. He was our guide at that time, and that's where you probably saw me featuring in that film.
In a video, yes.
We recited some little poems there. Now you, Paddy, have spent many years abroad, especially in Africa and Kenya. Can you tell us a little bit about what you were doing there?
Well, I was teaching there, John. I taught in Ireland for 1 or 2 years, and then went to Zambia for 3 years.
Yeah.
Very enjoyable 3 years. Very different experience.
Lovely.
And came back to Ireland and was restless and went to Saudi Arabia for a number of years.
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. And what would you see as a contrast between Saudi Arabia and Ireland? The main contrasts.
Huge. I suppose one huge contrast is the greenness and fertility of Ireland. Saudi Arabia mostly is the exact opposite. And then the social climate, social and religious climate is very different. It's a very fundamental Muslim society and very restrictive for women in particular. And I suppose to a fundamentalist Muslim it feels fine. I found it quite strange.
Yeah, but then you decided to revert here on retirement to Listowel, the town of your birth. And what changes have you seen in Listowel during that 40-year interval of being away?
Well, it was always a nice town, I think, but it's got far better looking over the years, thanks, I think, to the tidy towns and the people who paint the shop fronts and so on in the town, and the development of the town park and the amenities around.
I certainly had a lovely breakfast this morning in the Maid of Éireann, and
very
seems
good.
to be a lovely
Set you up for
central
the day.
place. Yes. Now, you might be interested in my little recent poem on Styx Yoga, with which we can finish our conversation.
Very good.
And I've entitled it Styx Yoga. Backwards, forwards, stretch and bend, each motion see-through to its end. Squat and slant, sticks well grounded, with dividend all are astounded. Outdoors grass or sand ideal, pads removed so as not to keel. Stay within calm comfort zone, no one wants to break a bone. If too rotund, don't lean on sticks. unless falling just for kicks, performed duly at own risk, others don't blame for slipped disc. Malposture sadly now pandemic, but if these motions one can mimic, frame renews, resets, reforms to higher levels, nimble norms. Weight transferred to upper limbs, each stretch surely slims and trims, shoulders, biceps well defined, as in youth, surreal rewind. Good meditation in itself, tensions consigned to the shelf, psychic well-being giving poise, deleting all extraneous noise. A tattered coat upon a stick, an aged man up sleeve a trick, soul claps its hands and loudly sings, Sticks yoga praises, joy it brings. Thus address hormone deficiency, bring to physis late efficiency, experience deep rejuvenation, stick postures guarantee elation.
Very good, John.
Thank you very much, Paddy. Sticks yoga has many benefits. For example, for the body, it improves blood circulation and reduces heart conditions. It increases muscle strength and so the ability to do other physical activities. It prevents high blood pressure, weight gain, and bone loss. It improves blood cholesterol levels and energy levels. Benefits for the mind include release of tension, management of stress, and improvement of self-image. It counters anxiety and depression, and it improves sleep quality and dream quality. I, the originator of Sticks Yoga, am called John Malachy Raftery. I'm a poet, philosopher and pensioner from Ireland, and I devised Stick Yoga in my own old age, 2014, as a practical strategy of rejuvenation for the older person. All ages, however, are welcome to practice this discipline and will inevitably benefit from it. The phrase "use it or lose it" is especially true for older people who slow down and become decreasingly active either due to illness, injury, or the natural aging process, and so lose mobility, strength, and independence. Sticks Yoga shows real promise in enabling the elderly to keep on using it so that they won't lose it. Older people with a single walking stick tend to see themselves as invalids, but the same people, when using two sports sticks, tend to see themselves as athletes, and they begin walking with a more upright posture and have a normal walking gait rather than a shuffle. The psychological benefits of Sticks Yoga are just as important as the physical benefits. The better balance, confidence and relief from painful joints, the prevention of bone loss and osteoporosis, and better upper body muscles all combine to give a more positive self-image, which increases activity in a virtuous cycle of rejuvenation. People with Alzheimer's disease can very much benefit from Sticks Yoga. Studies show that light exercise reduces wandering, agitation, and aggression. Sticks Yoga, individualized to the patient's ability, is beneficial in alleviating problem behaviors. This is also a way for multiple sclerosis sufferers to improve their aerobic capacity while building upper body strength. The lightweight sticks increase the support base for those who have balance challenges. Depression, so common in contemporary society, is very much relieved by Sticks Yoga. Regular exercise, fresh air and sunshine, or at least daylight, lift the spirits. This contention is now backed up by scientific studies. Countless studies show that moderate exercise is more effective in combating even clinical depression than prescription drugs, and in preventing this condition from returning. In the hyper-medicalized society of today, with the medical pharmaceutical industry bent on extracting maximum profits from illness, people can turn to natural holistic remedies, of which Sticks Yoga is one. Here, wellness, enjoyment, joie de vivre is paramount, allowing the body, that million-year-old healer, to heal itself. Psychiatry of old age departments and practitioners throughout the world are increasingly promoting activities such as Sticks Yoga as an antidote to suicidal proclivities engendered by depression. Osteoporosis, also called brittle bone disease or dowager's hump. This progresses painlessly until a bone breaks, with hips, spine and wrists especially at risk, particularly in the older person. Because joints can be stressed by other weight-bearing exercises, Sticks Yoga is the optimal choice for combating osteoporosis. It distributes weight to both the upper and the lower body, strengthening the former and relieving the latter, while decreasing impact across all joint surfaces. It loosens the shoulders so they are less inclined to hunch forward, straightens the spine, and counteracts lopsidedness. Chronic pain. The older person often has many chronic pain conditions. These include headache, pain from the lower back, arthritis, cancer, peripheral nerve pain, and also pain from the central nervous system itself. Inactivity has been identified as a big risk factor for osteoarthritis. Unused muscles atrophy quickly and become unable to provide the support that joints, especially knees, need. To get a sufficiently nourishing blood supply, cartilage in the knee requires the movement of muscle over bone. An activity such as Sticks Yoga can alleviate such chronic pain. Finally, we can say predatory global corporations are inevitably allied to profiteering drug companies and medics in the dire enterprise of creating sickness and pseudo-cures. Conscious individuals are now retaking responsibility for their own wellness, and Sticks Yoga is one important string to their bow. These are Sticks Yoga stretches which can act as an excellent therapy for the older person. To provide maximum security, it is good to engage the wrist straps properly by inserting the hand, fingers first, through the strap of the right hand, and then, when fully through, grasp or clasp the handle firmly, and so that is securely engaged. And then with the left hand, do likewise. Insert the hand from the bottom through the strap, and then when fully through, clasp the handle firmly like so. And now the wrists rest on the straps, and that gives maximum security. Put a little bit away for the rainy day, for the sun won't always shine. You'll never be as young as you are today, so take heed to what I say. A man's best friend is his fitness in the end, so always put a little bit away. No older people should be embarrassed by walking with sticks. In the past 20 years, I suppose I have covered at least 20,000 miles with sticks. To release the hands and fingers, or to relax the hands and fingers, it is a good idea when pushing off with each stick to open the palms of the hands and push off with each stick alternately. Sticks Yoga transfers weight upwards in the body, and because of this provides excellent upper body strength. The good upper body development resulting from this counters the malposture epidemic of contemporary society. I love the feel as I recall the day I did Sticks Yoga on its lovely shore. O'er oceans wide with throbbing heart I pray that I might see its soft green banks once more. I love the feel and its entrancing winds through Listow's sweet and lovely vale. At every curve its flowing pathway finds enchanted spots from out some fairy tale. I love the feel when flowers bloom again, and when in fancy through the glens I roam. In childhood days, oh, I was happy then. Now, fondest memories ever call me home. Now we can start by relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the arms, and keep the sticks well out from the side, and both feet firmly on the ground, about 12 inches apart. Then bend forward slowly, staying within one's comfort zone, and hold the bend for as long as feels comfortable. Then straighten up slowly again and proceed to bend backwards. Sticks firmly planted for support. Relatively deep nasal breathing in and out through the nose should accompany these stretches. Then bend to one side, balanced by the sticks. And then straighten and bend to the other side. Now that completes the first set of exercises, and we will continue then with leg movements. Plant the sticks firmly on grass or sand and raise the legs alternately with a calm and easy movement, just as high as one can comfortably go. Time waits for man, grasping his metal, as it was in the beginning, is now. Tide runs to silent moonbeat calls, falls, as it was in the beginning, is now. Heart throbs for changeless, ever new desire, a fire, as it was in the beginning, is now. Night descends to unearth dark mysteries, consistories, as it was in the beginning, is now. Fortune smiles for past and present tenses, as it was in the beginning, is now. Sticks yoga calls time on inactivity, immobility. Raise the left leg, hold the sticks firmly, and bend in the same direction. Then raise the right leg, firm grip on sticks, and bend in the same direction. This can be repeated multiple times. And there are many variations on the same theme and on the same sub-theme. There are many angles of bending, many angles of tilt that can be employed in sticks yoga. Knees are quite a delicate joint, and a certain amount of mild knee exercise is useful. Sticks support the main body weight, and then bending knees alternately is an excellent therapy. Bend back as far as possible while bending on one knee, and then bend forwards as far as possible. The mild stress on ankles, knees and hips promotes vigor and vitality in those joints. Then, with poles planted firmly in front, the upper body weight may be committed to the poles. Good training for biceps, arms and wrists and shoulders. Similarly, leaning back, Indeed, the Sticks Yoga practitioner can concoct or make up their own variety of stretches and postures. There is no one best set of postures or stretches. With one stick in the air and one firmly planted and one leg raised, optimal balance is promoted. As an alternative to holding a stretch, multiple repetitions of any one exercise may be performed. While the poles or sticks jog may look faintly ridiculous, it is an increasingly common sight on beaches, strands and forest paths throughout Europe. It is a form of bending while jogging, stretching while jogging. There is no better therapy for the older person than a sticks stream shuffle. This can be performed in shallow water, even with an uneven underlayer. Sticks provide exquisite balance while walking in the water. Certain gentle exercises may be performed in the water, for example here in Ireland's County Kerry and its River Feel, a long and beautiful river. An ideal location for sticks water walking or sticks stream shuffling. Gentle exercises may be conducted during the sticks water walk. One of these is the river twerk. The river twerk is excellent for the buttocks, lower back and hips, reducing common ailments of the older person and allowing that person to maintain mobility, agility and poise. Urbanites tend to stumble when walking on uneven surfaces such as a riverbed, while country dwellers tend to have more competence in this area. Proceeding with 2 well-held sticks greatly enhances balance and stability on such terrain, with small stumbles immediately correctable. The river twerk can be performed in any direction at any depth of water, but it's recommended that shallow water is used. For those who suffer from occasional or spasmodic rapid heartbeat, for example, a walk in the water is a cooling and salubrious tonic and tends to rectify the problem. These sticks yoga stretches, both on dry land and in water, can be seen as warm up or cooling down exercises associated with Nordic walking. Rotation of the arms is excellent for shoulders and should be done in both directions. Composed as we are largely of water, we are evidently here in our element, performing in the water. Approaching the bank, we may plant the sticks firmly against the bank and then commit one's weight to the sticks, in and out. Eventually, one feels the shoulders and rotating cuffs becoming more limber. 7 or 8 decades of use takes its toll, but now one is being rejuvenated by the sticks and the sun-dappled river water. River water does not have jellyfish or other dangerous species usually, so it is a safer environment perhaps than performing in seawater. There are some basic, traditional, simple yoga postures suitable for the older person, which I will now demonstrate without sticks. Postures lying down are excellent therapy and should be performed with nasal breathing and each stretch held for as long as is wished.